Hey everybody, it's Keto Mom. Welcome to the Keto Mom page and welcome to our 2 o'clock tasting and your keto tip. I had to switch it around so you could see. All right, we are still doing school. You girls want to say hi?
Hi. Hi.
There's Liza. She's working on cursive. Who does cursive still? I know we've got Annie, who's doing some math, and Emery's doing some... Emery, what are you doing? We're doing, Emery. What are you doing? I know. So, I know. Okay. We're going to do a quick 2 o'clock tasting and a keto tip because we do this every single day. Normally, we would be done with school by today. But today is an EQ-AQ day. You got 3 minutes. No, take your dogs out. Okay, here's what we're going to do. So... have you ever heard of EQ and AQ? This is not your tip. This is a bonus. So you have an IQ, right? You have an IQ. How smart you are, right? Your intelligence. And you have an EQ and you have an AQ. Your EQ is how well you handle your emotions. Your AQ is your adaptability. Now, like anything in life, there are things that you have your day planned and it doesn't always go as planned, right? So you have to be able to handle your EQ and know that you are going to respond versus react and have adaptability to keep going throughout your day, which actually is going to tie really well with my keto tip for you today. So we are not done with school, but it's fine. It's not a big deal, kind of. I like to be done with school by 2. So as you're tuning in, where you're tuning in from, I'm going to shake up a very, very popular flavor that is probably the number one flavor for our ketones. It's not my favorite, but it's most people's, and it's called Tart. So if you've been tuning in all month, I've been shaking up ketones. Why do I drink them every day? I call it my mom fuel because I love it. You do not have to be on a strict keto diet to drink them. They put ketones in your system regardless if I've got people that are paleo and some are keto. Most people are or low carb or whole 30 or whatever their healthy is, but they're drinking this because it's a fuel source. So I've been drinking it for 6 years. You take the packet, you shake it up in 16 to 24 ounces of water, and it puts you in ketosis in under an hour. So it gives you your energy, your focus, your appetite control. It's incredible. Today, part of me having to be adaptable is I scheduled a physical in the middle of my school day. It was the only time I could get in, which is so funny because I made the appointment back in April and they couldn't get me until September. So I had to be adaptable. And the nurse was like, oh my goodness, what are ketones? I do the keto diet. It's really hard. I gave up. Tell me more about these things. And I said, you sure bet I will because they're incredible. So that's easy. It's as easy as this. You take it, you shake it up in as little or as much water as you want. You've got ketones in your system in an hour. If you want to know more, I want you to just post 5 in the comments so that we can chat later on today. And in the midst of adaptability. So if you're just tuning in, I want to know where you're tuning in from and what you had for lunch. I'm going to ask you that every time because it gives everybody else ideas of what to eat. We had low carb wraps. Some of the girls had just cheese in them. Some had meat and cheese. I actually had some tuna fish in my low carb wrap. It's what we did because we had to be adaptable and we had to keep going with our life. So anyways, I'm going to say adaptability. So EQ and AQ. Here's your tip of the day. It's very important. If you mess up in the morning, let's say that you didn't hear your alarm. Let's say that you accidentally pressed the snooze. Let's say that you didn't wake up. Let's say for whatever reason your morning went terrible. You ate the donut. You yelled at your kid. Like whatever happened. Hold on. Hey girls, grab your dogs. Just because your morning didn't go as planned does not mean that you have to throw the rest of the day out the door. Just because you made one slip up or mistake or it didn't go how you wanted it to go doesn't give you excuse to not make better choices the rest of your day. Your tip is simply this. You can always start over. You always have another choice. Always, 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 right? So you didn't choose well for breakfast, choose better for lunch. If you chose terribly for lunch, choose better for dinner, right? Don't just go, I'll start over tomorrow. I'll start back on Monday. You don't have to wait. Your tip is simply this. If you mess up, get your booty back up and keep going. And I had to have this conversation with somebody the other day. She was so frustrated about her weight, right? She wants to lose 60 to 70 pounds. And I said, listen, if you can just look at where you are today, not live in the past, not get frustrated of how you got here, but you are where you are today, right now. Whatever weight you're at, whatever weight that you're at, however you appear, right? Today, right now, everything that's in your life is as is. Guess what? You are where you are today, and you get to choose where you're going tomorrow. You get to choose the choices that you make, the sugar that you eat or you don't eat, the water that you drink or you don't drink, the snooze button or getting up. You get to choose, right? So accept it. Right now, this is where I'm at. And tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and even for supper, I can choose a better option, right? I get to choose. And so you can go, I've got 60 pounds to lose, and I'm going to do it. Now, if I keep going if I keep spiraling out of control, and I keep making the 1% bad choices, then come next year, come January 1st, 2021, I might be in a worse place. So I want you to get that into your head. Am I going to be in a better place or a worse place? I can't get angry where I'm at today. It all has to do with choices, right? We've read a couple books. If you follow me in the book club every single morning, we have gone through a handful of books where it says you cannot blame where you are today on anybody else. No focusing on your past. No living in this like, if they would have done this, or if my parents would have taught me, or if I wasn't so emotional, or if No. Today is your day to own where you're at and to go, you know what? I get to choose. And if I messed up this morning, I get to choose better for lunch, or I get to choose better for dinner. I'm not going to go through the drive-thru. If I'm bored of eggs, but that's all I have at home, and I didn't choose to plan and prepare my meals, I'm not going to go through the drive-thru. I'm going to eat the eggs. If I choose not to prepare, then I've got to eat what's in that fridge. And you better hope that there's some frozen vegetables and something in there to eat, right? So, and hear me on this. Like, my goal is to give you tips and tricks and ideas to help you every single day. But ultimately, it comes down to your choices and your discipline and your decisions to do that. Now, my tip was simply this. Just because you mess up earlier today or during lunch, or maybe at supper time, you find yourself in a frenzy and you're living in the car like me, and you're taking kids to these amazing, incredible activities. If I did not plan, and if I were to go through the drive-thru and I ate the French fries, I may feel guilty, and then I'm not going to come home and eat 18 bowls of cereal. Okay? Own it, and then change it, and then make a better choice next time. Own it, make a better choice next time. Don't use that as an excuse to keep going down the rabbit hole of not good. Got it? So, I hope that was helpful. I hope that if anybody made those decisions this morning that you aren't proud of, that you're going to make the rest of the day amazing, and you're not going to wait till tomorrow to do it. And Heart Tart, I forgot to try this for you, is quite delicious. The flavor today is Heart Tart. Tastes like a light sweet tart. It's probably one of the most popular ones that people drink. I love them all. Again, I've been drinking it for 6 years. Some of you drink pots of coffee. Some of you drink energy drinks or pop those little energy pills. I drink Ketones. That's it. So if you've got specific questions, I would love to help. Send me a message. I'm always here to help. I need to continue to homeschool my kids because they clearly decided that since I was talking to you, they could go upstairs and play. Now I have to get them back down here. All right. I appreciate you all. Always here to help. Post 5 in the comments if you want to learn more about my mom fuel. Otherwise, just send me a message and I'd love to help you on your goals. Give you a foods list, give you some food ideas, where to start. Send me a message. I am here to help. I hope you guys have an incredible day, and we'll talk to you soon.